Retro Gamers, and Tarker here from retrogamescollector.com with a pickups video. Got quite a few things to show you, so I'll crack on. Jet Set Willy heat change mug for Father's Day, quite cool. Apart from that, got some software, some fairly rare stuff actually, for once. Shadow of the Unicorn by Microgen, boxed. I won't say complete because it didn't come with instructions or the map, but someone's kindly copied theirs and sent them to me through the post, so I've now got a map and instructions for it. Not the originals, unfortunately. I may try having a go at reproducing the originals on, reproducing some so they look like the originals on the original sort of yellowy paper that they were on. But if you don't know anything about Shadow of the Unicorn, it's produced by Microgen in 1985, I think. Let's have a look, see if I'm right. It doesn't actually tell you on the box. Nope. And it was the first game produced for this little blighter, the Micro Plus. It got bundled with this game, obviously, because nobody had one of these. Basically, I think all this did was shadow the Spectrum's ROM with some RAM, basically increasing the Spectrum's RAM capability to 64K. Because the game was quite a large game and wouldn't run in 48. I think that's all it did. This one's got a Shadow of the Unicorn sticker on it to show it came with Shadow of the Unicorn. Unfortunately for Microgen, they spent £130,000 plus on this thing, and basically the only game they ever produced for it was Shadow of the Unicorn, and it didn't really sell very well because it was very expensive, because they were bundling this piece of proprietary peripheral with it, so it didn't really sell very well. So it's a bit of a flop, but that makes it fairly rare, and it's hard to come by in its box, semi-complete in this case. So I'm quite happy to add that to the collection. Another thing I got for my ZX81 was this Wrath of McGraw. Been after that for since I was a kid. I got all the Carnell titles except for this one, so this one completes the set. This one's probably one of the hardest ones to get hold of in decent condition. Unfortunately the box is a bit battered, but I have got a volcanic dungeon that I can probably take the case, use the case from to replace this one. It comes with both cassettes and booklet, dropped booklet. So apart from the case being a bit battered, which I may be able to rectify, that's all complete and nice. Also got Bank Robber by Romic for ZX81. I collect Romic titles, so that was a good one to get. I've been sent quite a few things for review this month, luckily. This is one of the perks of running a retro website. You get sent things for review for free. So, first of all, I got Hyperplay, a magazine about Nintendo, all retro RPGs and any bit Nintendo. So I'll be reviewing that shortly and putting that up on the site. So if anybody's interested in RPGs, then that may be a magazine for you. I will review it and I will let you know whether it's any good. Gary Plowman has sent me this ZX Spectrum Games Code Club. Basically it's a book that will allow you to learn how to program the old-fashioned way on a ZX Spectrum in BASIC. It's basically just showing you all the basics of programming in a fun way. So I'm going to be reviewing that on the site as well. It looks great. I can't wait to get into that, to be honest. I used to spend hours and hours and hours typing listings in for magazines back in the day. So it's something I've always enjoyed doing. So I fancy getting my teeth back into that and seeing what I can come up with. Obviously, this is literally just showing you, teaching you how to program step by step using chunks of code, and it takes you through in a nice ordered process. So yeah, looks fun. So I'm going to enjoy doing that, and review will be up shortly, hopefully, for that one. Also, for review, I got sent this little thing. Now, I didn't really know what this was. I never followed this when it was kickstarted, but it's basically a device, if I can get it out, that holds a chip board. Now that's similar to Raspberry Pi 2, I think, in specification. Not entirely sure. It may be even specify the specs on it may even be higher than Raspberry Pi 2. Not sure. Look, so I don't know a lot about this. I was sent it to review on the site. Now, obviously, it's not retro as it stands, but I'm pretty sure I can get some retro stuff running on this. It runs a flavour of Linux, I think, called Debian. It's got a built-in keyboard. It's got a built-in screen on this device, and you plug your chip into the back of it, basically. It's got a battery that charges via USB. The chip itself, I think, has got built-in Wi-Fi, a 1 GHz processor, 512 meg of RAM, and 4 gig of storage, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's quite a high-spec little computer, basically, on a little board. And this device allows you to easily program it, obviously, because it's got a keyboard and it's got a nice LCD screen. Let's just turn it on, see if you can see what goes on. This is it starting up. Oh, at the top here it's got extensions for all the GPIO what would you call them? Connectors, GPIO connectors at the top there, so that makes it easy to connect things up to this and make it do things if you ever feel the urge. Obviously, because I run a retro site and I'm into retro, I will probably just use this for emulating retro games. See if it starts up. Here it comes. Here we go. Lovely little screen on it as well. I think this retails for $49. Oh, the screen is touchscreen as well, obviously. So you've got it comes built in. It comes with Play Pico 8, which apparently is a game making app, and an app called Make Music, which I think speaks for itself. So I'm going to have a play with that, and that'll be another thing that I review shortly. Looks great, to be honest, and I'm well chuffed they've sent me one of those. I'll have fun with that. What else? Well, that's all the things to review. I've been to a car boot, and like buzzes, the Scion Organizer 2s, they come in pairs. So here's another Scion Organizer 2. This one's slightly different. It's branded with British Telecom, and it's got P250 on it instead of Organizer 2 up at the top there. I've looked into it, and apparently these were what BT British Telecom engineers used to take out into the field with them, the field engineers, and they used to log their times and where they'd been on them, apparently. So that's what that is. It's a British Telecom branded Organizer 2 by Scion. I also got from the car boot a steelbook of Gears of War 2. As you know, Gears of War is one of my favourite franchises, so always happy to get a complete steelbook. It's all there in really nice condition. What else? Bit of eBay shopping. Actually pick it up. This Atari 400. Beautiful looking thing. I absolutely love the styling on these things. It's so 70s into 80s styling. I just love it. Built like a tank. Absolutely built like a tank. I've never seen shielding like it in my entire life on a computer or a console. It has got the thickest aluminium shielding up here that you wouldn't believe. It's just about 5mm thick, I think, in places, and it weighs a ton because of that shielding. Yeah, brilliant machine. Only problem is it's been slightly butchered. It won't work as it stands because it needs a new modulator fitted to the power board. As I found, the one that was in it's been taken out, so it's actually got no modulator whatsoever in, so there's absolutely no chance that this will ever work while it's got no modulator or no comp mod or anything to it. So I may well not bother with a modulator, although for completion's sake I might put the modulator back in. I may well just comp mod it and be done with it, and then I'll have something that will play on any television then. So there you go, an Atari 400. Yeah, I'm just going to chat a little bit. Oh, it came with operator's manual as well, which was obviously in a ring binder at some stage. Yeah, I'm going to go back to what I was chatting about in the last video regarding my collection and where I want to go with it. I'm going to carry on collecting. I don't think that's much of a surprise to anybody. I've got it, it's in the blood, and there's no way I can actually stop collecting. But what I am going to do is, instead of collecting for absolutely everything as I've done in the past, I'm going to freeze the collection where it is now. The only things I'm going to buy for my collection from now on will be for my Atari consoles and for my Sinclair computers, and that's it. I have got plenty of software for all the other computers and consoles already. I've got thousands, and I'm going to freeze and not buy anything else for any of those. I'm literally just going to buy for my Ataris and my Sinclairs. Those are the two marks that are dearest to my heart. They're the ones that have got nostalgia for me. So those are what I'm gonna. So I mean, there's still a lot of collecting now. As you can see behind me, I've got a ton of 2600 stuff, 7800 stuff, and some 5200 stuff back there. All that I'm going to carry on collecting, so there's still a load of stuff I can get. And as for Spectrum and ZX81 and QL stuff, there's, you know, talking tens of thousands of titles that I could potentially get for it. It doesn't mean I'm going to step up my collecting in those areas. I'm just going to carry on as I was carrying on, so it'll just be trickle feeding my my collection from now on. And that, I think, is about it. So no big major changes. I'll be keeping what I've got. I won't be selling anything as yet. I may in the future if I do need the space, but I'm not going to be collecting any more for any of these other consoles basically, other than Atari and Sinclair. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please thumbs up for me, and if you like the channel, please subscribe. Until next time, keep it retro, guys.